the Top Fuel final. Kalitta has 300's advantage on the starting line. He did it! 366.2, nearly 337. He finally broke through, Tony. They blow the tire up on Saturday. It was a near disaster, and they have finally done something we all have almost wanted to see happen for a whole season.
Doug, I'd have to think on Friday that you may have thought that there was no way this was possible, but I want to talk about that it's been 1,079 days since you've held one of these Wallies. How much have you missed the elation of winning?
Yeah, no, it's been huge. Obviously, Connie's always had my back. I love that guy. I appreciate everything that he does for all three of our cars out here, and obviously getting a win with Alan Johnson, that's been huge on my list, right? So, but yeah, Brian and Mac Tools and Toyota and all the distributors with Mac Tools continuing to support, this great effort. So, yeah, it's a great way to start. Countdown's on, and, apparently this car wanted to get out of the trailer and prove what it could do. So, just real fortunate to have the guys, to be able to build these cars like that and have a backup like this car.
Congratulations on 50.
A great drag race, and it's going to be Robert Hight, 385.4, 330 miles an hour, the ultimate sign of respect for Chad Green. They threw the gauntlet down.
Robert, you were racing in the 100th final of your career, now holding your 64th Wally, and it could not come at a more crucial time of this season. You think of the next 3 weeks. Why is it important to be hot right now?
Well, I mean, you can look back to last year, and we were leading the points coming into the countdown, won this race, okay? We didn't get it done in the end. So we're going to celebrate today. We're going to have a blast, but we got a lot of work to do. We're focused. This team's coming into their own right at the right time. But I'm really bummed that Cornwell couldn't stick around for their first win. This trophy's going back to Van Wert and Mogador, all the great people that make these great Cornwell tools. And I need to thank AAA and Chevrolet and Flavor Pack. That's how we got here. And we're going to have some fun tonight, but we're going to get our act together, and we're going to go win Charlotte.
And celebrate your points.
Definitely.
For Matt Hartford, they had to sort this car out. Qualifying, the car didn't just go bad, it went off a cliff. And then it made a right-hand turn for the better on Sunday morning. And on Monday, it's going to the winner's circle. Improbable, seemingly impossible, and he has done it again. Matt Hartford, the best season he has had in his entire career. Now 3 victories, a points lead, and a 653 win light.
For the third time, Matt Hartford has climbed on top of his race car this season. And Matt, 11 days ago, you were asking your doctors if you would be able to race a race car. This one will probably be a storybook for you. And you just said, "Are you kidding me?" Can you believe it?
No, you get your appendix out. 7 days later, you're in a race car. The car won't run. We have all kinds of electrical issues. Ron Bressler, thank you for letting us use your shop and work on our car. We really appreciate it. But Rob's Towing made sure we could have that ability. Everybody at Total Seal, CIP1, Z-Max, the Hose Connection, Rob's, Rottler, Summit, Jason Curry, Jerry Haas Race Cars. Man, it's been a great car. I know I'm forgetting people, but Penske came on board with us this weekend too. They're a great asset to our team. But my crew is awesome. My wife has emotion, good and bad. Eddie Granacci's a genius. Sorry, Lynn, he is a genius. Adam Bashan, my brother, is a rock star, and K.I., my partner on this deal. Couldn't do it without him. Thank you to everybody.
And Chip Ellis, shockingly, had a tardy reaction time. Nobody saw that coming. Nobody saw this one coming either. 6.807, 198. Tony, you bring a guy like Chip Ellis in to do the job that he did, and that's part of the job too.
Well, Brian, as you guys were just talking about, Chip Ellis did come in here as a blocker in this championship, and that is exactly what happened here for you this weekend, Matt. But we're going to move on through the rest of this championship, and it is not going to get easier. What will be the game plan for you and this team come Charlotte?
It's just we still got to get our 60 foots down. We got Chip's bike working good. That's the bike Angie's going to be on at the next race. We're going to put Chip on Angie's bike and see if we can get her running better. But all in all, hats off to Denzo, Lucas Oil, Mark Stockseth, Marshall Stockseth, Greg Butcher Trucking, Smith Trucking, everybody that helps us. Tater Chip, thank you, bud. He's part of this team.
Weldon, pumps, regulators, filters, fueling champions.
Tony's car rattled the tire a little bit, but it cleaned up, and he wins at 5:21, 271 miles an hour.
Madison goes 5:25 at 200.
Tony Stewart making his way back over here. You already gained a Wally from the regional here. Now you're holding the national event win, and you're also holding the points lead in this class. But we had to wait to race on a Monday. You said you didn't like Mondays. Why is that?
I hate racing on Mondays. I think it's hard for everybody that's a racer, and for the teams. You get in that race day rhythm and cadence, and weather stopped it for a while yesterday, got it started again, and then washed it out. So you have to sit all night and think about it again, and then getting dressed, you just don't even get in a rhythm this morning. So you do your warm-up and get suited up and go run.
Both run in the 540s. Let's have a good clean run to the stripe and see who gets the funny car trophy. .546, 266 miles an hour, Bellemere, with an 0:17 reaction time. I mean, that's just mean. That's piling on. Matt Gill goes 5:51, 265. He's 0:50 on the tree, and there's not a whole lot wrong with that, unless the guy in the other lane, Sean Bellemere, is going 0:17, 5:46. That's what he did. This is what factory stock is all about. Factory-built cars, supercharged, 1,500 horsepower. They run in the stock eliminator bracket, so you got 9-inch wide tires, you got stock suspension. Power management is key. You just can't put it all down on a starting line on a 9-inch wide tire. So we got a Ford, we got a Chevy, we got a couple of late model hot rods, and check it out, Dell Holbrook smoked the tires, and Aaron Stanfield is going to get the win again. The Pro Stock thing didn't work out the way he wanted it. The factory stock showdown did, thanks to friends at FlexJet. 767, 165 miles an hour. Bubba, I hate that you're not here, but I hope everything's good with the family. Red light start. Hopkins dropped the hammer too soon, and Steve Zupka is going to win Competition Eliminator. 772, didn't have to work for it at all. He's got a fistful of Wallies back home. But Dan Fletcher in the Orange MicroStrategies car, that is the single winningest car in NHRA history. It's a real Z28 that his dad bought brand new, took home, turned into a race car. Dan inherited it when his father passed. And that one car has won more national events than any other car in NHRA history. Dan, as a driver, has 106 trophies. Not all of them in this car, but most of them. They both get away on the green. They're dialed just 0.09 of a second apart. Camaros separated by 20 years and 2 generations. Down to the stripe we go. Dan Fletcher, number 107, 013 on the tree, got there first by 013. This is the head start. Will Santangelo's front wheels be on the ground when Kenny Mealy takes off? Joe Santangelo, former world champion, former junior dragster champion. And Kenny Mealy, they call him Wheelie Mealy, and that goes back to his old Shelby that used to leave the starting line kind of like Santangelo's Camaro's about to. Here we go. Handicap head start goes to the black car. Let's see if his wheels are on the ground when the green light comes on for the Ford. Yep, they were. Both drivers away on the green. Santangelo's way down there. Kenny Mealy's got a lot of ground to make up, but he's got a blower under the hood to try to do it. Not going to happen. To figure out who's going to keep it. 8.9 seconds is the standard. Throttle stops come into play here as the cars will leave together, then they'll just kind of drop back a little bit. You're capable of running quicker than the number down on the board, so you've got to adjust your machine to hit the target. Reaction time, always such a big part of this. You could watch the cars jump off the starting line. Now let's see who does the right job down at the stripe. Windlight says 892 or super gas, excuse me. 990 is the number this time. Bill Trum is in that 68 Camaro here on the left side. Keith Mayer's in the right side. That is an Alfa Romeo Spider. And when he bought it, it was like a basket case. He basically rebuilt the entire car by hand, putting that unique roadster together.
9.9 seconds. That's the target. Both of them playing the game a little differently there. Bill Trum in the full-bodied car, Mares in the Roadster. Winlight says it's going to be Mares 893 to an 894. Both drivers good on the tree. Keith is 006 in reaction time. Bill Trum was 12. And right trailer, Top Sportsman. Both drivers get away on the green. Find out if that 800 cubic incher can chase him down to the finish line. No, at 7:48. 181 miles an hour for the win for George Forrester. Mike Bastian goes 7:01, 198 miles an hour, but he was a little bit tardy at this end, and that left the door open for George to get the win.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest in drag racing content and some awesome old school races. It's easy to stay in the know. Download the CompetitionPlus.com mobile app. Sign up for push notifications to get notified of breaking news and the latest feature stories and videos. It's a free download at the iTunes Store and Google Play.